Hello everybody and welcome to week 11 of the Ssbl. I am none other than Chicken Sandwich and I will be your guide through today. We're starting off with the Sparrows and the Skulls of Rock. Alex Phillips on the mound against Polio Ensalada. And that's a leadoff walk to Jet County. So runner aboard for Galileo Cat. Fouled off, a 1-2 count here for Phillips. Swinging and a miss. Down goes Cat. Strike up for Phillips. Brings up Alicia Kim. Wonder if they might try to send the runner to activate RBI man. 1-2 the count. Couple balls, full count. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 away. And it's Carlos Ramos to the plate. Ramos on the season, 9 for 36, 250 average, 3 dingers, 10 RBIs, 5 walks, 7 strikeouts. New and fresh stats for everyone to enjoy. And that will be a walk, so 2 strikeouts and 2 walks issued here by Phillips this inning. Brings up Bean Machine. Chance to scrape through first for the Skulls. Machine yet to have an RBI this so far for his new team. Hitting 2 for 7. Swing and miss there, 2-2 the count. Already 26 pitches on Phillips. Fouled back. All 3 runners will go here on a full count, and we'll do it again. That one's into the dugout. And a broken bat foul as well. Pitch number 30, and it's ball 4. The bases loaded via the walk. Flip Hecker to the plate, a chance to really break things open here. 8 for 35 for him this season, 229 average. 34% strikeout rate for this man. But singles up the middle, that's a base hit. That will score at least 1. Larsonian throws it in. So they go station to station, and the first hit of the game brings in a run, 1-0 Skulls. Brings up Buddy Moon. As Phillips is about to approach 40 pitches to start off the game. Buddy Moon hitting 12 for 36, a nice 333 average. He's got a 1-2 count. And strike 3 call. He gets rung up. Alex Phillips strikes out the side in a very unconventional way, but the Skulls lead 1-0. Bottom of the first we go. First time we'll see the Sparrows today. Pitching is Polio Ensalada. Not a great stat line for him this season. 10 earned runs through 9 innings. Easy math there for a 10 ERA. And strikes him out to start off the inning. He does have a 12-2 strikeout to walk ratio. Simplified nicely to 6-1. Whip also pretty high for this man, 2.11. I do believe he's had the misfortune of facing off against some tough opposition for the Skulls. Let's see, 1-2. So he played the Unicorns, and he was also the pitcher against the Stingers. So he's faced some of the tougher opposition this season for the Skulls. Looking to come back down to earth here with a bit of an easier, and he gets a 1-2-3 inning. And we'll go top 2. We'll see 8, 9, and 1 due up. Kipshaw Jr. Let's see what we have to say about Phillips here. As Kahn with a diving stop, but the throw won't get there in time, so leadoff runner aboard with an infield single. Not a lot of whole good things to note for Phillips either. 7 earned through 5 1/3, an 11.8 ERA for her. 6 walks, 6 strikeouts, a 3-point whip for her. And that is up the middle. A base hit and 2 runners aboard to start off the top of the second for the Skulls. Skulls sitting at 4 and 6 on the season, on the outside looking in for right now. A game behind the High Rollers, who are a game outside of the wild card race. Need to make some headway, and there's another walk, and the bases are loaded once again for the Skulls. And Galileo Cat swings at the first pitch, but fouls it off. Decent contact there. Amazingly, Phillips isn't affecting mojo, but that up the middle, that will score 1. Runner rounding third. And cut off by Magana. That's 2 runs to come in. 3-0 Skulls. And there's being tense. That gets to the backstop, and both runners will advance. That's inside. Ball high. Ball 4. And it's another walk. Bases will be reloaded. Still nobody out. Carlos Ramos to the plate, and that will do it for Phillips. 1+, and responsible for every base runner so far. Noel Hawley will come in. No outs in the second inning. And Noel Hawley gets the strikeout to put 1 away. Hawley's record not much better. 6 2/3 on the season, 7 earned, 11 walks issued, 8 strikeouts, a 9.45 ERA and a 2.7 whip, a 3-1 count. And that one's up the middle. Hendricks flips it to Vegas and to Magana in time for a Dragon special. Bean Machine grounding in to the 4-6-3 Dragon special. And we'll go to the bottom half. 3-0 to lead for the Skulls of Rock. Jeremy Magana back and strikes out swinging. The Sparrows as a team are actually 15th in batting average in the league, so it's not the worst offense, but it's no great shakes, hitting .248 as a team. And they're also 15th in home runs. They've hit 10 of them, but near the bottom of the league strikeout rate-wise, 31.86%. Only the Cyclones are worse than that. And they tote the 3rd worst runs per game average at just below 3 runs. But they have accumulated a couple of base hits, and here is Lynn Larsonian, the enigma of the Ssbl. Lynn Larsonian has 6 base hits all season. 4 of them have gone for home runs. He's got a full count and swings and misses there. Larsonian is retired. And we go to Spud Villegas. 2 on, 2 out. That one will be in the stands. Strike three called. Ensalada gets him, and we go to the top of the third. Flip Hecker, Buddy Moon, and Kip Shaw Jr. will be due up. And he singles right up the middle. Leadoff runner aboard for the Skulls. Buddy Moon is a switch hitter. Moon is second on the team for the Skulls in hits this season. Just trails Alicia Kim, who has 13. And he gets rung up there. Another strikeout for Holly. Brings up Kipshaw Jr. Jr. struggling a bit at the plate. Just 5 for 27 this year. A $185, 11 strikeouts to his name. Over 40% strikeout rate, but laces this one into center field. Back it goes, and that one is out of here. Kipshaw Jr. with his second home run of the year makes it a 5-0 ball game. 405 feet, just a shade into right center field, and the Skulls are running away with this one early. Just the 9th home run hit by the Skulls this year. They're tied with the Bombers at 8 home runs. So they now take sole possession of 20th place in the home run race. And join the tie with the Express and the Liberty at 9 home runs. Another walk. We might set some sort of new walk record since the newest patch. When this game first came out, the walks were ridiculous. But then Season 6 came around and fixed that. It's been good since then. But I remember you'd have like 10 walks a game, and now you have like 10 strikeouts a game. 2 more for the Skulls, 5-0 as we enter the bottom of the third. That's inside. That's outside. Full count to Madeline Dixon. In foul territory. Is it going to stay in play here for County? It will, and that's out number 1. Oh, and 2 the count to August Hendricks. The one fouled back. Hendricks 12 for 42 this season. One of the better bats on this Sparrows team. 286. But has been a strikeout victim quite a bit. That's his 16th strikeout of the year. Strikeout rate about 36%. California comes up to the plate. A little better than Hendricks average-wise, 11 for 38, hitting 289. And significantly fewer strikeouts, though, but she pops this up just behind third. And we'll go to the top of the fourth, still 5-0. Kat Kim and Ramos due up for the Skulls. Nice diving stop by Villegas. Throw in time. Nice play by Spud there at shortstop to record the first out. This one floats, and that's going to get down into right. So Kim is aboard. And that one is smacked. Long gone. 7-0 Skulls off the facade of the third deck. Carlos Ramos plugs his fourth. 455 feet. And the Skulls are just having their way. And that will do it for Holly. In comes Madison Bowl Ball. There's just real no good silver lining for this Sparrows bullpen. Madison Bowl Ball, 9 2/3, 7 earned for a 6.5 ERA. 11 strikeouts to 7 walks, a 1.655 whip. Bean Machine pops this one up just a shade into the outfield grass. It'll be caught by Hendricks for out number 2. Sparrows near the basement of the league pitching-wise. 22nd in both team ERA and whip. Trailing just the Knights and the Moonshots. Sparrows fill out a team ERA of 6.31 and a team whip of 1.73. Lead the league. Oh no, Buddy Moon tweaked his groin. Uh-oh. That's an unfortunate one. Week 11. Oh, that one is laced. Cameron Kahn back, deep, and gone! Cameron Kahn gets the Sparrows on the board at 7-1. Man, we need to have some sort of inspection because we have had a ridiculous number of groin injuries this year. So that's 2 weeks for Buddy Moon, or at least it will be if he gets pulled. He's still in the game. I at least think he didn't get pulled. I saw the injury. I saw that there were also defensive substitutions. So he might have gotten pulled. So a bit of a Pyrrhic victory right now for the Skulls as they are leading this game, but are potentially losing one of their better batters for a couple weeks. Let's see what they have in store for them in the future. A Week 12 matchup against the Angels, which is kind of interesting. And then in Week 13, a game against the Mythic. So as for potential games Buddy Moon could have missed, those are probably the ones you'd prefer, as the Skulls of Rock still have a date against the Stingers later on. And the Ball Players, even though the Ball Players have lost a lot of their bite, they still can put up some runs. They still have some offense. Top of the 5th, 7-1. That's a ground out to start things off. But that one's through the right side of the infield. Base hit. Brings up the top of the order. Okay, Meha did come in, so Moon will be gone for 2 weeks. Nice base hit there from County. 2 runners aboard. Let's see. And another one down into center field. Runner's going to round third. Larsonian won't even throw home. And it's 8-1. 2 on, only 1 out here for Alicia Kim with RBI. Man active, and holy Toledo, that one is gone. Double-digit time for the Skulls. 11-1 thanks to Alicia Kim.
Now batting the shortstop, number 22. Ball outside. Strike. No, high. Ball 4.
Here comes Bean Machine looking to get on the bit of the gravy. Has reached first a couple times, but has yet to record a hit. Floats one into center field. Larsonian will grab that for round number 2. Flip Hecker will come to the dish.
Ball, that's outside. That's up. Strike.
Swing and a miss there. 2-2. And that is down into center field. Hecker with another base hit. And here is the aforementioned Jose Meja. And in comes Jericho McKinney. RP number 3 for the Sparrows. Oh, I just closed the stat sheet. Slow roller to first. Magana will flip and... Okay, yeah. When it rains, it pours. And that will score 1. 12-1.
The second baseman, number 20.
But this should do it to Spud at short in time for round number 3. A 5 spot for the Skulls in the 5th, 12-1 as we go bottom half.
The center fielder, number 27.
Ensalada kind of overlooked. He's been locked in. 6 Ks through 4 innings. Just 3 hits. Solo shot given up. But doing fine so far. And gets strikeout number 7, Larsonian, the victim there. Up comes Spud for the second time. Oh, and 2 the count to Villegas. Roller to third. Hecker backhands it. Throw is in time for round number 2. And I'll bring up Madeline Dixon. That is up the middle, and Dixon will be aboard. Fouled off. 1-2 the count to August Hendricks. Grounded to Hecker, and that will send us to the top of the 6th inning. Still 12-1. Top of the order due up for the Skulls. 14 hits for the Skulls today. Just absolutely feasting off this Sparrows pitching staff. Let's see what we can find out about McKinney. Looks like He might be their best reliever, maybe their best pitcher. McKinney, 20 and a third innings of work this season, 10 earned runs, a 4.43 ERA, 13 to 8 strikeout to walk ratio, and a whip of 1.57. And gets County to go down swinging. McKinney has not surrendered a home run this season. Skulls have hit about 4 tonight. Full count to Galileo Cat. He's had himself a very nice day. 2 singles and 3 RBIs. And he draws the walk there. And that one's through, a base hit, puts 2 aboard. One and 2 the count to Carlos Ramos. Fouls that off. Grounder up the middle, Hendricks to Vegas. To Magana for the Dragon special, and the Skulls are held scoreless for the first time tonight. We'll go bottom of the 6th, still 12-1. And Fournier goes down to start things off in the home half. Strikeout number 8 for Pollo. Getting his season mark up to 20. Into right. Cat is there for out number 2. And Magana strikes out, swinging us into the top of the 7th. 5, 6, 7 due up for the Skulls. Routed to Spud and into first in time for out number 1. But Pecker 3 for 4 today. All 3 singles. And that one is out of here. 13-1. And there's the home run for McKinney. Skulls might double up their home run total in one single game. Eight on the season. I think that's at least 5 tonight. And Ashlyn Decker comes on to the mound. And it's pretty much same song, 4th verse. 6 innings for Decker, 9 earned, a 13.5 ERA, a 2.27 strikeout to walk ratio, a 2.66 whip. This team somehow beat the Bombers. Up comes Jet County once again, 2 on, 2 out here in the top of the 7th. Chance to make this even more ridiculous. And it said Jet County will strike out swinging. And we'll go bottom of the 7th. 5, 6, and 7 do it for the Sparrows.
The right fielder, number 35. Ball, that's low. Strike. Ball inside.
Into left, tracking that one. Oh, Meha! Making a spectacular diving catch there. Round to the 3rd, Hecker throws in time. Skulls defense trying to get Polio up to 7 innings. He'll get a chance here against Lynn Larsonian. But Larsonian will single into right. He's legging for 2, and he'll get there. So a double for Larsonian. And Vegas will come in for... No, Spots Island will come in for Vegas. Spots Island just 1 for 4 in his pinch hitting opportunities. Into center field, and Kipshaw Jr. is there. Route number 3, and we'll go top 8, 2, 3, and 4 due up.
The right fielder, number 18. That's low.
And that is a bomber special into right to start off the inning. Here comes a locked-in Alicia Kim.
That's inside.
Pops this one up into left. And Seltzer will make the catch.
The shortstop, number 22.
On 2 to Ramos. He's looking for home run number 2. This one's deep into left. Doesn't have enough. It's off the top of the wall. And a run will score, and he's going to have himself an RBI triple. And it's 14 to 1.
Number 33. That's low. No, that's low. Ball, that's outside. Foul ball.
Full count to Bean Machine. He's trying desperately to get that hit and strikes out again.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 18. Ball, that's low.
Hecker lines into right. Strickland makes the catch, and we'll go bottom of the 8th. This one just 9 outs away from ending.
Now pitching, number 51.
Tip of the cap to Ensalada. In comes Bronco Ford. And it looks like Bronco Ford. That was the first pitch Bronco Ford has thrown all season, and it leaves the park for a home run. All right, then. Well, Bronco Ford, it can only go up from here.
He's out. The designated hitter, number 24. Go inside. Foul ball. Ball that's low.
And that one's laced into left center. That's going to roll to the wall. That's going to be a double.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 10. Fair ball. He's out. Now batting, the first baseman.
That rundown puts 2 away. Jerry Magana.
No, inside. Ball, that's inside.
2-1.
Ball.
Full count, runner going, and ball 4. And Magana will take first. Adelina Strickland to the plate.
Number 35.
And Strickland puts one into center field. Runner's going to round third. And that will score. No, it won't. Kipshaw Jr. guns them down at home. Keeps it 14-2 going into the top of the ninth.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 14. Ball, that's up. Out. Now batting, the center fielder, number 33. That's high.
Into center, and Larsonia makes the catch. We might actually see an SP as RP. Decker taking us 2 2/3 potentially, and then going to give up only 1. And that's going to put us to the bottom of the ninth. Just the second 0 up on the board offensively for the Skulls.
The left fielder, number 2. Now batting, the center fielder. Now pitching, number
Aaron Santana will come in. Santea, 15 2/3 on the season, just 4 earned. A healthy ERA of 2.3, 11 strikeouts to 6 walks, and a 1.21 whip.
He's out.
2 away now, and Spots Island,
Shortstop.
the last thing standing in between us and the end of the game. And stays with it to first in time for round number 3. And the Skulls of Rock thrash the Sparrows 14-2. "20 hits for the Skulls. 4 Bean Machine. Never got a hit. Did at least draw some walks. Bunny Moon, who got pulled from the injury, never got aboard at all. But Meha did. Only 4 home runs for the Skulls. Kim, Ramos, Hecker, and Shaw. And 2 home runs for the Sparrows. Hahn and Dixon. Pitching for the Skulls, good. Pitching for the Sparrows, very bad. MVPs Ramos, Shaw Jr., and Alicia Kim. And that will do it for game number 1. Game number 2, the ball players and the Mythic will be coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Ssbl on Twitch. Here we go, game number 2, Mythic and the ball players. A game of apathy here as these two teams come in with a combined record of 5-15 on the season. But we will see some good pitchers on the mound in this one. We've got Fitzmagic and we've got Chad Chaddington for the Mythic, so my gut says low scoring, which inevitably means it will be like 20-19. Biddles Rosas with the full count. Pops this one up and into the stands. Swing and a miss. Rosas goes down for out number 2. Brings up Jesse Merritt. That one's into right. And Nathan Tucker charges in on that one for out number 3 in a 1-2-3 inning. And to the bottom of the first we go. Toby Barker, Rick Dillistick, and Patty Pottsdew up. Let's see what we got on Chad Chaddington this season. Not as good as his stats would make you think he is. 8 earned through 9 1/3, a 7.7 ERA, a 1.61 WHIP, 11-5 strikeout to walk ratio. Leadoff runner aboard to start off the game. And that one is ripped, and Rick De La Stick puts the ball players on top instantly, 2-0. Ball players wasting no time here against the Mythic. Rick De La Stick with just his 2nd home run on the season. And the ball players' bats coming alive here. 3 batters, 3 hits. Third home run on Chattington's season. Feel like he could use another fastball. I don't love the forkball with him. I feel like he needs another fastball. If it were me. Give him a little bit more variety. It's the first out via strikeout, and here's a long familiar face throughout the Ssbl, Billy O'Connell. And he strikes out on the aforementioned forkball. Here is Iron Hands. Not quite the batting average of last year, but still hitting a respectable .323 on the year. 10 for 31, 3 home runs to go with 7 RBIs. But is a strikeout victim a lot, and right there. Since he's a lefty, I'd probably throw the 2-seamer. Top 2, we've got Harry Do Something up to the plate. Let's see what Fitz Magic has done this year. As Harry Von Crum puts one into center field. Magic, 10 innings of work, 4 earned runs, a 3.6 ERA. 12 strikeouts, just 2 walks, a 1.2 WHIP, and averaging 10.8 strikeouts per 9 for Magic. So runner aboard, here comes Olden Moss. Breaks his bat there. De La Stick throws to Min for 1, back to first, can't complete the Dragon special. This one right on the line. Potts scoops it up to first, round number 2. Moss will take second. And that'll bring up Saul Buckley. Buckley just 6 for 31 this year. A 194 average. Has a home run, 3 RBIs, 7 strikeouts, and is yet to draw a walk. Full count to Buckley. And patience is a virtue. Buckley draws the walk. Brings up Lucian Miles. And he puts one right up the middle. Runner's going around third, head from home, testing the arm of Armstrong. And the throw is not in time, and the Mythic are on the board. And here is Smash Tot, who has been smashing so far in her time in the majors. 2 home runs, but following the path of Lynn Larsonian. Those are her only 2 hits, and she strikes out swinging to end the inning. But the Mythic cut the deficit in half, 2-1, going into the bottom of the second. Maximus Min, Nathan Tucker, and Juice Armstrong due up.
The shortstop, number 7. Strike.
Maximus Min, now the starting shortstop with Bojack Un gone. Just a couple of games for him here in the majors. And he strikes out swinging, one away. Strikeout for Chaddington, number 4. So after allowing the 2 runs to score, Chaddington eventually struck out the side and continued to do so with the strikeout of Tucker. Juice Armstrong will roll this one to Rosas deep in the hole, and the throw is in time for out number 3, a 1-2-3 inning for Chaddington. We go top of the third, top of the order, due up for the Mythic, and a 2-1 ball game.
The center fielder, number 11. Outside. That's inside.
Celine Colombo, 1 for 7. She was part of the lineup change when the Mythic adopted the full-on tank method about the midway point of the season, but have pulled one upset, nearly pulled one last week, almost beating the Stingers, but the Stingers with a bit of late heroics of their own to win that game, and Magic striking out Colombo. Here is Biddles Rosas, who has quietly put himself in the home run race with 4 home runs this season. Just one behind the lead. But that one to second. For out number 2 here is Jesse Merritt. Another one to O'Connell for out number 3. Bottom of the third, Toby Barker, Rick Dillistick, and Patty Potts due up.
The left fielder, number 6. No.
Another strikeout under the belt of Chaddington. That's strikeout number 6. And Rick Dillistick, the difference maker in this one so far. The 2-run shot before an out was recorded. Laces one down to first, but Smash Todd is there. And here is Patty Potts, tied for the lead league in walks drawn this season with 11. She is tied with Kaladin Stormblessed of the Serpents. On the other hand, though, Patty Potts, just 4 base hits on the year. 4 for 31 with 11 walks. Now there's base hit number 5.
The designated hitter, number 45. Ball low.
Papa Dog to the plate.
Ball inside.
9 for 35 is Dog. 257 average. Fouled back, a full count for Dog. There goes Potts, and it's fouled back. Fouled off again. Strike 3 called, another run up by Chaddington. Top of the 4th we go. Von Crum, Moss, and McBinney due up for the Mythic.
The designated hitter, number 89.
Fitzmagic's locked in.
That's inside.
Just 2 hits through 3. A walk and 3 strikeouts for him.
Strike.
Von Crum, one of those 2 hits. And that one will be through. Another base hit for Von Crum. His second of the day.
The right fielder, number 43.
Which will bring up Moss.
That's inside.
1-2 the count from Fitzmagic. No longer locked in. And that one, oh, climbing the ladder is Maximus Min. That saves a run for sure, as that one was going to get into the gap and probably to the wall. But Maximus Min, the Min is offense, but the maximum is his defense. Fantastic play from him, taking one away from the Mythic. But that one will find the grass in the outfield.
The second baseman, number 5.
Popped up. Infield fly is called. O'Connell camps under it. Next catch route number 2. So 2 on and 2 out. And here is Lucian Miles. Had the RBI single earlier. Can he come through again? I need to put this one in the gap. Not a lot of speed on the runner in scoring position. This one into left, though. Can it find the wall? It's floating, and it's just foul. It misses the line by no more of the width of the ball, and he strikes out swinging on the next pitch. Fitzmagic strands a pair, and we go to the bottom of the 4th, still 2-1 in favor of the ball players. O'Connell to lead things off.
The second baseman, number 10.
We miss probably having a tie game by no more than a foot. It remains 2-1. O'Connell pops this one up. Caught by Tot. Couple of links behind first base for out number 1. Up comes Iron Hands.
Ball inside. Low. Right.
With a couple weeks, Sans, Bojack-Un, and now Theo Thunder. Ball players' numbers have probably slid a bit, but it was what we saw for a large part of the season. Just the offense never really could get out of their own way. 17th in the league in batting average, hitting .241. 15th in home runs with 10. Doing okay strikeout-wise, 27%, that's 11th. But just 3.7 runs per game, that is 15th. Just kind of pedestrian numbers for a team that on paper was a lot better than what they're putting out.
That's down.
Here is Min, who had that fantastic play earlier. On off quite a few here from Chaddington, who's already up to 66 pitches here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Swing and a miss. Chaddington gets him. And it'll go top 5, still 2-1. 9-1-2, due up for the Mythic.
The first baseman,
The Mythic in the basement of batting average, just 3 points higher than the Cyclones batting average-wise, hitting .196. But are somehow 9th in the league in home runs, hitting 13 of them this season. And are surprisingly high up in the strikeout rate, striking out 28%. That's 8th best in the league. Oh no, that's 8th worst in the league. I'm misreading my own stats. So they're bad. That makes more sense. And are second to last in runs per game at 23rd at 2.4. That's a full run better than the Cyclones. And back-to-back strikeouts starts off the top of the 5th for Magic. And now facing off here against Biddles Rosas. Oh! And Magic gets a really early pull in favor of Adrian Walker, who has not had a great season by her standards, and by a lot of standards. 11 earned through 18 2/3, a 5.3 ERA, coming off the season where she gave up 1 earned all last season. She gets the strikeout to end the inning, and we go to the bottom of the 5th, 8-9-1, due up. She was the epic pitcher of the year last year, and is not following that up very well. Chaddington, though, following up that first inning quite nicely. Hasn't gotten into much trouble since then. Racking up 9 strikeouts so far through 4 1/3. And has gotten himself into locked in. That's fouled off. 2-2 to Juice Armstrong. He fouls it off. Grounder to third. Jesse Merritt is there. The throw is in time for out number 2. And we'll go back to the top of the order. Toby Barker. Barker having himself an 8 for 38 season. 2-11. A diving stop by Saul Buckley. Throw is in time for out number 3. And that's a 1-2-3 inning. Top of the 6th we go. We haven't seen much action since the 2nd inning. Merritt and Von Crum due up here. Merritt 0 for 2 on the day. 8 for 34 on the season. 235 average. And he gets rung up on 3 pitches. Strikeout number 2 for Walker. Here's Von Crum, who's having a 2 for 2 day. Much better than what he's put up so far this season. Just a $139 for him. He grounds this one to Min. Throws in time, and Von Crum's retired for the first time today. Brings up Olden Moss. Swings through that one. 0-2. Game man activated on Walker. And she strikes him out swinging. And we go to the bottom of the 6th, still 2-1. Ricky De La Stick, Patty Potts, and Papa Dog due up.
Low.
3-1 to De La Stick. That one's in the zone, full count. Popped up behind home plate. Will it stay in play? It will, and McBinney makes the catch for round number 1. Patty Potts 2 for 2 today. So 2 and 3 in the order for the ball players, combining for 3 of the 4 hits Chattington's given up today, and that's the first walk today for Chattington. And Potts retakes the SSBL lead in walks now with her 12th. Who led last year? See if I can find that quickly. It was Al Bart Pujols with Nick Hugh Jr. leading the league last year in walks, both drawing 17. Grounded to short, Rosas flips to Buckley, and Buckley to first for a Dragon special to send us to the top of the 7th. Still 2-1 here. Walker locked in. 3 strikeouts through 4 batters. And we'll make that 4 through 5 as McBinney goes down. Kind of look at the race to the bottom of the league as a lot of teams have focused their efforts onto lottery odds. And right now it's a 3-man race in the league for worst record. These Mythic here at 2-8 as that one's thrown into center field on the steal attempt. So runner in scoring position. Cyclone's also sitting at 2-8. And the Moonshot sitting at 2-8 as well. One and two, the count to Delaney Frisco. one's been mathematically eliminated yet from the playoffs. And no one has clinched just yet, even though the Gauchos are the closest. The magic number sitting at 1. But we'll have to wait till next week if the Dragons win to potentially clinch their playoff spot. Tying run 90 feet away here for Smash Tot. And she pulls off some heroics here. Full count from Walker. It's fouled off. Swing and a miss. Smash Tot goes down and will go to the bottom of the 7th. Iron Hands, Maximus Min, and Nathan Tucker do up. Divide 0 for 6 with 5 Ks. And Chaddington's night is done. In comes Matthew Eric. Eric being the one who blew the save against the Stingers last week. And oh, Buckley making a nice play there. Eric, 11 innings of work, 8 earned runs. Does have a nice strikeout to walk ratio, 12-4. It's running into a bit of trouble elsewhere. A 1.36 whip. A couple home runs given up. 11 hits. Runner aboard now for Nathan Tucker. Fouls it off. 1-2 is the count. Strike 3, and that's a strikeout for Eric. 2 away. And here is Juice Armstrong. And Juice Armstrong deep into center field. That one is out of here. And the ball players take a 4-1 lead, and Matthew Eric is experiencing a bit of deja vu. The first home run for Armstrong this season gives the ball players a 3-run lead. That one was definitely jacked. Now Matthew Eric struggling. Two and two to Rick Dilla's stick. Full count. And that's going to be another walk. And speaking of walks, here's Patty Potts. 2 on, 2 out here. And a nice diving stop by Rosas, and the throw is in time for out number 3. And the side is retired, but another 2 up on the board for the ball players. They lead 4-1 going into the top of the 8th. Top of the order due up for the Mythic. Walker showing us the Walker of old. Just 1 hit given up through 2 2/3 with that catch. One and 2 to Rosas. And Rosas finds himself a bit of real estate. That'll be a base hit. Can't keep a good Biddles down. Rosas 9 for 37 on the year coming into this one. 243 average. Jesse Merritt looking to get aboard. Trying to make things interesting. Walker up to 45 pitches, trying to close out the 8th here. Starting to run out of juice, will probably be her last batter. Merritt's making her work for it. He's 0 for 3 on the day. It's fouled off quite a few here. Pitch 50 here from Walker. Another one fouled back. Full count. In the dirt, ball 4. And the tying run will come to the plate, and who else other than Harry Von Crum. And in comes Rivers Slopes to pitch. Slopes just 4 2/3 work on the year. 1 earned, a 1.93 ERA. Nice strikeout to walk ratio of 7-0. And O'Connell, 2 Maximus Min, 2 Rick Dilla sticks. Slopes gets the 4-6-3 Dragon special and sends us to the bottom of the 8th. Papa Dog to lead things off for the ball players in the home half of the 8th. Looking to pad their lead here. That one's deep into center, carrying quite a bit at the wall, and it is gone! The 3rd home run tonight for the ball players. A moonshot into center field, 416 feet, and it's 5-1. I think Matthew Eric needs to work on a couple of things. I don't hate his arsenal. That's something I would definitely use. Just may need just a little bit more experience, a year of aging. Let's see what his stats are. If you could maybe use a camp on him if you wanted to. 214. I don't think you could. I think the cutoff for pitchers is 200. So aging's going to have to take the run at him. But a season 8, he's got time. Up the middle, that's a base hit. So 2 aboard here for the ball players. And in comes Bart Sims. Something doesn't seem right here, but we will try to fix that later. As the bases now become loaded. Oh well. I'll be caught by Colombo for out number 2, but a runner will tag, and it's 6-1 ball players. No, I think Bart Sims is supposed to be up. He's just not supposed to be an SP. So, I mean, him coming in as an RP is technically correct, but the SP moniker is not. Top 9, last chance for the Mythic. Trailing 6-1 here. River Slopes looking to deliver us to the end. And she starts things off with a strikeout.
The left fielder, number 24. Strike. Strike 3, you're out.
And make that 2 as McKinney gets rung up again.
Second baseman,
And last man standing for the Mythic is Saul Buckley. He'll bloop this one into center field.
now batting, the catcher, number 45. That's up. Inside. Strike.
That will get out of play.
Strike 3, you're out.
And that will seal the deal. All players take this one 6-1 over the Mythic. 14 strikeouts by the Mythic and 10 for the ball players. Smash Top racking up 3 Ks. Multi-hit game for Von Crum, but did hit in that ground double play. Not that it mattered later on. Addie Potts with a multi-hit game. Win goes to Walker. She goes 2 2/3. Scoreless with 5 strikeouts. Magic had 6 through 4 2/3. Chaddington gets pegged with a loss. 2 earned through 6. Eric tagged with 4 runs through an inning and a third. Armstrong and Dila stick with the nods, and Chaddington rounding up in third. And that will do it for this one. Coming up, High Rollers and Unicorns. Unicorns in that mess in the Epic Galaxy in a 3-way tie. High Rollers on the outside looking in at a 5-5 record. A big game for both teams. That's coming up next. You don't want to miss it. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Ssbl on Twitch. And here we go, final game of the night. And like I said, it's a big one. Unicorns coming in at 6-4. High Rollers 5-5. A big one for the Epic playoff pitcher indeed. As the Unicorns division hangs in the balance and the High Rollers playoff hopes hang in the balance, and Mary Stone wastes no time and puts one down into right field for a leadoff single.
The shortstop, number 3.
Picks up Wally Wooly. Good old reliable Wally Wooly.
That's down.
2-2. And can't get that one past Big Tuna Tygo. Makes the catch for out number 1.
Number 24.
One's going to be foul. Sine Dekamori at the plate. That one is foul as well. Oh, a 1-2 count. Grounded to third. Condra goes to second for 1. 2 first for the Dragons. Special big double play there to get the Unicorns out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the first. Top of the order, do it for them. Aaron Tobster to lead things off. We're seeing the best pitching team in the league, ERA-wise, a 2.04 ERA. And Tobster singles to start things off. High rollers on the hand, middle of the pack ERA-wise, a 4.21 team ERA. 10th in whip, whereas Unicorns are third at sub-1. Horns second in strikeouts per 9 as a staff with 11.39 per 9. As the high rollers are right behind them at 10.64. It's Waldo Whitman on the mound. 10 innings of work for him so far this season. 4 earned, a 3.6 ERA. This is a grounder up the middle. Wally Woolley makes the diving stop. Throw not in time, and the Unicorns have a pair on. And nobody out, and here is RBI man active King Kush. Kush 11 for 40 this season. No home runs, 5 RBIs. He's ahead in the count 3-0. That's a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded for the Corns. And it's Big Tuna Tygo to the plate. A chance for the Unicorns to strike early and strike big. 2-1 to Tygo. Takes the pitch, 2-2. Fouls it off. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Bases are loaded. I believe this is a similar situation to how Whitman's last start ended up. He played against the Serpents. The Serpents got a lot on him in the first inning, but he cooled down the rest of the way. Gets the strikeout for a big first out there. Brings up Moo Shaw. Another award winner in the Epic from last season. Struggling here in Season 9. Moo Shaw just 3 for 34. She grounds out to first on the fielder's choice. A run will score, and so the Unicorns take an early 1-0 lead. Moo Shaw will get the RBI there. And a grounder to short. Woolley throw in time for out number 3. And so the Unicorns only get 1 as we head to the top of the second. 4, 5, and 6 do it for the High Rollers. Trevor Belmont making his 3rd start of the season. 11 2/3 under his belt and only 1 earned run. A .77 ERA. 20 strikeouts to 7 walks. Striking out 15.4 per 9. Has a 1.02 whip. This Unicorns pitching staff just littered with aces. 2 quick outs already here in the top of the second. And Belmont already locked in. Just 5 hits, make it 6 hits given up this season. That's a double. Actually, 7 hits as Stone singled earlier. Arleta Beltran with the runner in scoring position now. Beltran 9 for 36, 250 on the year. But 4 home runs under her belt, 12 RBIs. Second place in the Epic in RBIs. Looking to close in on Leon Morrison of the Serpents. With a base hit, that's up the middle. Runner's going to round third, head for home. The throw from Topster is not in time, and Beltran plates one, and we got a tie ball game. She takes second on the throw. Whoops. And Tygo with the diving catch there. Might have saved a run. And it's 1-1 going to the bottom of the second. Tygo with an amazing play. Just getting that one to snow cone in his glove. Jimmy O'Doyle, designated hitter. Rips one into the gap. That could be extra bases. That rolls all the way to the wall. Rodriguez having a tough time with it, but throws it in, and it's a leadoff double for the Unicorns. Back and forth we go. Aggie Porterhouse now to the plate, a 1-2 count. Porterhouse showing some patience, full count, ground to the third, tough dive for Ollie. It's off his glove and everyone will be safe. Runners at the corners for the Unicorns, nobody out. Once again, here in the bottom of the second, a chance for the Unicorns to retake the lead now. Pre-Condra back from his injury. 1-2 the count. Whitman already up to 40 pitches and gets to strike out one away. Back to the top of the order, Aaron Topster 1-for-1 on the night. Hitting just .211 on the season, 8 for 38. Hit and run was on another tough dive for Ollie, and everyone is safe again. And the Unicorns retake the lead there. It's 2-1. Still only one out. I think one of the big differences for this High Rollers team, they went 10-6 last year and missed the playoffs, and sit this year at 5-5. Even though they have some bigger names that are called up, a lot that helped them go to the Minors Super Series last year. Some of the familiar names on this team, such as Blind Ollie and Wally Woolley, have deteriorated quite a bit, and the defense, I think, suffers quite a bit. If you've seen here, a couple of misplays by the defense have cost them a couple runs. Whitman, though, gets a couple of strikeouts in the inning, but the Unicorns retake the lead 2-1 as we go to the top of the third. It'll be 9-1-2 do it for the High Rollers. Already had a hard task of getting to Belmont. They did just that, but then the tie game squandered in the next half inning. Rodriguez pops up on the first pitch to Tygo one away. They've whittled Belmont down back to neutral. See if they can keep him there. Ray Stone started off the game with the base hit, but pops this one up behind home plate, caught by Musha for out number 2. Here is Woolley, just foul down the third base line. Ooh, a called strike 2 there, and swing and a miss. A 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the third. 4, 5, and 6 do it for the Unicorns in the order. Wonder if the Skulls can outscore everyone else on the day. Skulls at 14, the other 5 teams at 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. And Tygo with a base hit. Brings up Shaw.
No, inside.
Yeah, it seems to be a trend with older teams, especially with how the distribution was for aging. And moving forward, starting with this season, aging will be distributed equally over all 5 attributes for position players. So you won't see harder hits to things such as, I think, speed, fielding, and arms. So people will age more gracefully down the middle, as that's a bomber special. So 2 aboard for the Unicorns here in the bottom of the 3rd. Jimmy O'Doyle with RBI man active. Up to the plate. Swings at the first pitch into center field. Rodriguez is under it. He'll make the catch. Runners tagging to 3rd. And we'll get there safely. So at the corners again for the Unicorns. Here comes Haggy Porterhouse. Porterhouse hitting .206 on the year, 7 for 34. A pair of home runs for him. 6 RBIs, a pair of walks, 11 strikeouts. And that one's into right, but just foul for Porterhouse. 1-1 the count. Already 7 hits on the night given up by Whitman. And swing and a miss. Porterhouse goes down. And Unicorns are held scoreless for the first time tonight. We'll go to the top of the 4th, still 2-1. Decamore, Max Range, and Polygraph do up.
The second baseman, number 24. That's inside.
And that one's through the right side of the infield. Leadoff runner aboard for the High Rollers.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 89.
Oh, and 2 to Max Range. He fouls this one off. Max Range 10 for 41 this season, 244 average. Other one fouled off. 4 home runs for Range, 7 RBIs. Swing and a miss. Range goes down and brings up Polygraph. Graff 11 for 34. A 324 average for her this season. And that one's going to get through. A diving attempt there by Condra, but couldn't quite get to it, and the High Rollers have 2 aboard. High Rollers are a pretty strong offensive team. 9th in batting average, hitting .263. Tied at the top league in home runs with 17 home runs, tied with the Stingers. And near the bottom of the league in strikeout rate at 24%, averaging just under 5 runs per game. If there's a team to put pressure to this Unicorns offense, it would be this team. And that one's deep into left center. Blind Dolly atones for his sins and crushes one and puts the High Rollers on top, 4-2. Absolutely blasted into left center, 460 feet, and the High Rollers have the lead.
The catcher, number 36.
Just the 2nd home run given up by Belmont this season, and it's a big one. He's down to 10ths.
He's out.
That one stays in play. Carlita Beltran fouls out for out number 2. Brings Belmont back up to neutral as Porterhouse gets this one to Footflaw in time to end the inning. But the Unicorns find themselves trailing for the first time tonight, 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th. 9-1 and 2 due up.
The third baseman, number 7.
And Condra lines one up the middle. Leadoff runner aboard for the Unicorns brings the tying run to the plate instantaneously. And Aaron Tobster, he's singled twice today, has an RBI under his belt. Wonder how much longer we see Whitman go. Hasn't been a great night for him. 8 hits surrendered, but has gotten out of it with only 2 earned runs. And that one is a pop fly into left. Deep, but not deep enough here in Shaka as Stone makes the catch for out number 1. Ah, the Skulls no longer outscoring. Thank you, Blind Ollie. You ruined it. It's another befuddling season for the Unicorns offensively. Near the bottom of the league in batting average, hitting .220, but Flip-Flop puts one through the 5-6 hole. And the tie and run on board now for the Unicorns. Just a .220 batting average, 20th in the league. Next to last in home runs hit with only 6. And actually struggling quite a bit with the strikeouts at 29.5%. Averaging only 3.3 runs per game. That is 18th best in the league. An opportunity here. And King Kush, the RBI man, strikes out swinging 2 away. And the opportunity comes up to Big Tuna Tygo, not to squander it here. Tygo into right. That one's back, and Tygo retakes the lead for the Unicorns. Big Tuna Tygo hits his first home run of the season and a huge time for his team. 444 into right field, and it's 5-4 Corns. Back and forth we go here in Shaka. Waldo Whitman is tense. 10 hits through 3 2/3. Left in the game just a little bit too long. Grounded to Woolley. This will end the inning. But the Unicorns re-grabbing the lead. 5-4 as we go to the top of the 5th. 9-1-2 due up for the High Rollers. And the Gauchos laughing themselves all the way to the bank right now. As they played this week already. Did give up 6 to the Express, but they had a couple errors in that game, so mostly unearned. And so the Gauchos look to jump themselves into the best pitching staff metrics. And, oh, a tough dive for Tygo there. Had made a couple of plays earlier, but can't come up with that one. And runner aboard now for Wally Woolley. Worried about Stone's speed. She's got a lot of it. Wally Woolley, a towering shot into left, but that one won't even reach the track. As that's caught by Bree for out number 2. Up comes Dekamori. She was part of that Diamond Jacks team that went all the way to the Minors Super Series last season. He was a big part of that team. She has been called up here to the Major League squad. And doing pretty well, 14 for 39, hitting .359 on the year. 3 home runs for her, more walks than strikeouts. Not many people can say that this year, just a 10% strikeout rate. Opportunity here with the runner in scoring position. This one will be foul and will reach the stands. And ball 4, Dekamori draws the walk. 2 on, 2 out, and here is Max Range. He's 0 for 2 tonight, but with an opportunity tie this game up. With a base hit into center field, but hit a little bit too well, and Topster makes the catch for out number 3, and the side is retired. Bottom half we go. Brio, Doyle, and Porterhouse due up for the Corns. And that one is a leadoff single up the middle. Whitman just getting battered to death here with balls. That average of balls put into play is just awful for Whitman. 11 hits through 4 innings. And in comes Tipsy Reynolds to try and stop the bleeding. Runner going, throw in time. Nice throw by Beltran to get the runner out that she inherited. Tipsy Reynolds, not a good season for her. 16 earned runs in 16 and a third innings. An 8.8 ERA. Gets the strikeout there, 2 away. But has 24 strikeouts to only 8 walks. Does have 4 home runs surrendered on the season, so bit of a wild stat line here for Tipsy this season. Beat up some innings for her team, trying to keep it a 1-run deficit. Send it into the top of the 6th. 1-2 the count to Haggy Porterhouse. He's 1 for 2 today. Up the middle, out of the reach of Decamore. Porterhouse is aboard. Brings up Cree Condra. Condra's 7 for 22 this season, 318 average. And earlier his first game back from injury. Count. 2 now. Swing and a miss. Reynolds gets the strikeout. And we go to the top of the 6th, still 5-4 in favor of the Unicorns. 5, 6, 7 due up for the High Rollers. Polygraph the first one up. Belmont still in the game to start off the 6th. Back to neutral. 77 pitches here. It's foul for a 1-1 count. Graf eating up some of Belmont's pitches here, staying alive. He's 4 in a row here. Ball full count. No one fouled off by Graf. That one is down the first baseline, off the glove of Flitflot. And the High Rollers have the leadoff runner aboard. Here is Blind Ollie. He won't face off against Belmont. In comes Doku Shi. That's right to Condra, grounder to third, and he goes around the horn for a Dragon special. 1 pitch, 2 outs for Doku Shi. And now facing off with Carlita Beltran with the bases empty. She just 3 innings of work this year, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts. Not much else to report. A 3 ERA and a .3 whip. It gets out of the inning. Sends us to the bottom of the 6th, still 5-4. Top of the order due up for the Unicorns. Hopes are 2 for 3 on the day.
Ball outside. That's outside.
Topster giving Reynolds a bit of a... And that one's into right. That one is deep. Doesn't have enough. That one is out of here. Aaron Topster with a shot into right, making it 6-4 Corns. 424. Aaron Topster with his first of the season. And that one's hit well into left. That one is back, and that one is gone. Back to back go the Corns, and it's now 7-4. We have seen our fair share of home runs hit tonight. Flitflot goes yard. That's just her 2nd on the season. We saw 6 in the first game. We've seen 1, 2, 3. We've seen 4 in this game. That's 10. And then we saw at least 1 in game 2. So we've seen roughly maybe a dozen home runs tonight. Still yet some time to play here. 2 outs now here in the bottom of the 6th. Those numbers keep going the wrong way for Tipsy Reynolds. 5th and 6th home runs given up so far this season. Breezy Breeze steps up to the plate, rolls one to Decamore. In time for out number 3, but the Unicorns put up 2 more, make it 7-4 as we go to the top of the 7th. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the High Rollers. Gust of wind 0 for 2 on the day. A breakthrough for the first time here against Doku Shi, but she pops it up, and Shi steps off the mound and is under it. Makes the catch for round number 1. Rocket Rodriguez to the plate. Rodriguez 8 for 34, 235 average. One and 2 came in on Doku Shi. Swing and a miss. 2 down and to the top of the order. Here's a locked in Mary Stone. Mary Stone doing pretty good for the leadoff hitter, 13 for 45, hitting .289 on the year. But a 1-2 count here. K-Man active on Doku Shi. And grounds it to Porterhouse. In time, a 1-2-3 inning for Shi, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Unicorns. That's a strikeout to start off the bottom of the 7th. Brings up Haggy Porterhouse. Yellow or green coming into the game. Placing Tipsy Reynolds. And yellow or green, not much better stat-wise. Only 5 outs under her belt coming into this week. 2 earned runs. 10.78 ERA, and that's under the glove of yellow. And runner is aboard. Here comes Cree Condra for the 4th time tonight. Swings and misses at the first pitch. Called strike 2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Condra. Aaron Tobster have a night. 3 for 4. A home run, 2 singles, 2 RBIs, 3 for 4. Leadoff hitter doing big things for the Unicorns here. An important game, but strikes out swinging to send us to the top of the 8th. Still 7-4. The High Rollers running out of time. Just 6 outs left to work with. For they're facing a losing record on the season. Chopper to Porterhouse. He fields it cleanly. In time for round number 1. Things don't get much easier for the High Rollers after this one. They face the Stingers in Week 12, Ball Players Week 13, Bombers Week 14, and Serpents Week 15. That is crushed into center field. Deep it goes, and that one's off the top of the wall and straight away center field here in Chaka. Anywhere else, that is long gone. And even a foot to the left, it would have been gone. But to literally the deepest part in the game. And it stays in for Doku Shi. Max range to the plate with the runner in scoring position. Ball's behind 1-2. K-Man for Shi. Swing and a miss. Up comes Polygraph. Trying to get this run across, make it a little bit more manageable going into the ninth. 1-1 the count. K-Man active for Shi once again. Doesn't chase, 2-2. Chops this one foul. On his full big pitch here from Shi. Grounder to the third. Condra takes it off the hop. In time at first, round number 3. The side is retired. Bottom of the 8th we go. Still 7-4. Last chance for the Unicorns for some insurance. They got 2, 3, and 4 due up. A locked in Trey Footflot also having a nice day. 3 for 4. A home run and 2 singles for her as well. Rounded to Dekamori. In time, 1 away. One and 2 the count. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back Ks for yellow or green. And Big Tuna Taigo lines out to third, and to the top of the 9th we go. Last chance for the High Rollers. They need at least 3, and it's 6, 7, and 8 due up in their order. Dokushi does to lead things off here in the 9th at 35 pitches, locked in relief, only 1 hit allowed through 3 innings. Grounder to Taigo. Easy play for him, 1 away. Beltran, a deep fly ball into center. That one is deep, and that one is gone. And makes it 7-5. Ivors make the adjustment from last inning and hit it, well, 2 feet to the left, and it's a home run. Otherwise, it'd be a 1-run ball game. Doku Shi gets pulled in favor of Archibald Longshanks. Another home run on the board for tonight. Longshanks, 6 2/3 innings of work, 3 earned for him, 4-point ERA, a sub-1 whip, and Rocket Rodriguez, the last hope tonight for the High Rollers. Need to find a way to get aboard. Swings at the first pitch, fouls it off. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Down to the last strike. That one misses. That one is, oh, Haggy Porterhouse calls game. He climbs the ladder and seals it for the Unicorns. What looked like was going to be an extra base hit, Archibald, or Henry, son of a gun, I can speak. Haggy Porterhouse takes it away and seals the game for the Unicorns, 7-5. 25 hits in this game. Wow. Everyone who got a hit, multi-hit for the High Rollers. 4 players without him, Rodriguez, Wind, Range, and Woolley. Only 5 strikeouts for the High Rollers. 2 home runs, 3 home runs for the Unicorns. 12 strikeouts for them. 2 sombreros, Kush and Condra. 3 hits for Toaster and Footflot at top of the order doing work, except for Kush. 3 hits for Porterhouse and that game-ending play. Win goes to Belmont, 4 through 5. Doku Shi only giving up 1 through 3 1/3, and the save going to Longshanks, Loss goes to Whitman. 5 earned, 11 hits through 4. Reynolds gives up a pair through 2, and then yellow or green scoreless through 2 as well. MVP Blind Ollie, 2 high rollers taking MVP honors, and then Aaron Topster there in second place. Well, that's going to do it for day number 2. I'll say it to you live and also make sure I make an announcement in the Discord. If you have made the minors playoffs, please be sure to put in a starting rotation and a starting lineup, just so we have that on record and have something to reference when we record those sessions. But I'll make sure to tag all the relevant teams in Discord. But if you're here live, be sure to give us a rotation, even give us a bullpen and the starting lineup, and just make sure we know everything that we need to know so those games go off without a hitch. But that's going to do it. A big night of games, a couple of blowouts, and a close one late. That's going to do it for day number 2. Thank you all for joining. I'll see you all tomorrow night. Have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all